Good morning, internet. We are back in the workshop and we've got a lot of work to do this week. Last couple of days of last week, I ended up doing Charlie's car. The video's gone up on the main channel. Lots of people seem to enjoy it. It's actually a really, really good video. We enjoyed making it, enjoyed editing it, and I think it was really good. Got to use a drone, rolling shots. It's actually enjoyable all the way through. Fabrication, I think that ticks all the boxes of what people want to see. And at the end you get a big reveal like, ta-da, car's done. So that was really good, really happy with that. A lot of good response to it. So I want to do more stuff like that. Obviously it's not that easy to do all the time. You just can't find a first generation Honda Accord every 2 minutes, but it is what it is. What have we got this week? So, first up, we've got to tidy up. This is the aftermath of building Charlie's Honda. Just, you chuck everything everywhere. Everything just gets chucked on the bench and you just leave and go away for the weekend. So that is first step, tidy up. Second step, I'm going to show you this. Actually, I'm just going to show you it now. Look at this. Look at the pattern on the seats. It is unbelievable. There's not a pattern on the driver's seat, I just realised. That's annoying. But like inside the door, Toyota, all on the door card. It's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. And it's got an 8-track. A lot of people have probably never seen an 8-track. There you go. But look at this thing. It's so cool. Just have aircon. And it's getting bagged. Column shift. Oh mate, I love this car. I think it's so sick. We've got a full air system to go into. It needs a little bit of modification on this car to fit properly. We've got a 4P management going into it, and got to make the wheels fit. I'm going to do a bit of maintenance stuff to it as well because this car has been sat for quite some time. But it does run, and it is so cool. Let me get outside and then just show you in the real light. Oh. See the pattern on the seats now. Look at this thing. This is so cool. Japan, Federation Japan Automobile. Mate, look at this car. Look at it. It's just fucking wicked. I can't wait to put this thing on the floor. It's going to be so good. The tyre's going to sit about here. So we've got to make that go into there, and it's a straight axle, so you don't get any camber, but it should fit just nicely. We'll see. I'm going to do a full video on this. Clean, tidy enough to work out of anyway. Bunch of new built handbar. Hopefully this will gets the rest of the car done. It's not cheap, this stuff. This is like a litre and they're like, I don't know, like 30 quid each. So it's expensive paint, so it should be good. I've got to fix this now, which is a seat rail for a Mini, which has been bodged together. Weld that onto there. Fix that. And also weld up this. It's an alternator bracket for a Mini as well. Right, I've now got a Harry Potter scar. I walked into the Honda. It's really quite upsetting, really. Anyway, most of the car is in epoxy. It's all white. I still got to go down this side, but yeah, we're getting there. I've still got to do it in this arch. I've done most of the stuff underneath the car, and then I've got a standing height now, so I can actually go up and get a bit closer because I was on my tiptoes getting all of this in here, all down here, all in here, and just literally just having a little bit of a break, and then I'll go again. But yeah, it's really looking nice, all in one colour. Feels so good. Obviously, this area is getting done. Once it's all painted, I can move the ramp arm. But yeah, being all in one colour is really good. It's nice that it's white too. Although, when I put the Raptor on and tint it, I hope I can see it. I was assuming that the texture would obviously show me where I've been, but that's not going to be hanging down like that. I'll tape that up. Yeah, it's going to look really good. Obviously, it's still got seam sealer to go on, so a bit away from putting any Raptor on, but being in one colour is like a sign of relief. This thing has been a battle. A lot of work has gone into this car. Hours and hours and hours. Very good. Wow. 7 p.m. Car is in full epoxy. I mean, 90% of it. I've got a couple of touch-ins to do, which I've noticed as I've been looking through it, but I've got a little bit of paint left because I always knew that I was going to be doing these corners both sides. So I've got to obviously redo that bit. Not redo it, well, actually do it. I'm gonna get the paintbrush on the back edge of those bits because I can't get the gun behind it. So yeah, I tried to get the gun around it and I got running it just so I'll get the paintbrush in there. So that's good. Same again on this side. Just the back side of it. Can't get to. So brush that in. This thing's getting wrapped in, so it doesn't really matter. And then there's one more place. Where was it? Here. Fully missed that edge. Just there. Did I get this side? A little bit, but not loads. And I think I might, same again, just on the back side of here, just like dab it in, because we're going to beat this arch a bit more and roll it just a little bit more before we wrap through it, really. Because, oh, and that bit. Could not get the paint behind it because of the angle of it. The paint, I don't like painting stuff with that gun. I understand that if I paint with a proper gun, then you won't have that issue. Or you can't tip it in any position you want. You've just got to get it in a sort of normal size, angle, sorry. And then you'll be all right. But that's really annoying for me. I'd rather just have it work. But obviously I don't paint very often. Is it worth me investing? I don't know how much a good paint gun is. I don't know. I also painted that without my glasses on because I don't want to ruin these glasses. My other glasses are in for getting new lenses, so I don't want to ruin these. So I painted all that blind. Not actually that blind, but it would be better. I couldn't read the 4:1 on the mixing cup. That's how blind I am. I could make it out, but yeah. Obviously, all that stuff up there is grey, which I didn't go over that again because I put a thick coat on that before. I just went over it again on this side because it was underneath the car. I thought I might as well go twice over it, just so it's all uniform in one colour as well for a couple of pictures. Because everyone loves a good picture of an underside like this. But yeah, let that dry over the next couple of days. Gonna hopefully touch in those fronts tomorrow, finish that off. And yeah, then start seam sealing, let that dry, and then it's time for a tinted Raptor. So excited to see it done. So excited to see it done. Been a long time coming, but there was not a single bit of surface area underneath that wasn't bare metal. It's a lot of work. Good morning, internet. We are doing some steel repair on the back of the E30, and my head is sore. Anyway, got very lucky with this because the inner skin is not rotten. I had to weld up the holes on here because I pulled out a spot weld and it sort of tore the metal along here. Really annoying. Little repair that's got to go into here. Little repair that's got to go into the edge because the panel Well, it doesn't follow how it should. So if you go along here, there's like a radius to the arch right at the bottom. So I think I'll trace this out, reverse it, put it onto the other side. Go along there like that. But for now, cut along there, get that sort of mocked up, cut a new line, prep all the back sides, and then while that's being done, move on to repairing some other bits and pieces around the area, mainly that bit. So yeah, that's what we're up to today. Doesn't fit. So the original sills bulge out just there, and obviously this one's dead straight. So annoying. Like, this is rubbish, really. It doesn't really fit. These are sold as E30 sills. They just don't fit. Urgh. I've now got to make the piece fold around there. Fun. There you go. That is that little swage line along there. Annoyingly. So that's now tapped in. This is where our panel's going to be along there. I'm going to basically replicate the cardboard template on there and then cut this edge to where it needs to be. And then that should go on the same spot every time. I've got to drill a couple holes in here because the subframe mount goes directly onto there. Zip it all out. Weld it all back together. Should be decent. Okay, we have the panel in. Fits quite nicely. I just got to move it about a bit, to be fair. Trim that edge a little bit so it's got some room to expand and stuff. I had to get this plate. It's just a 2mm bit of steel as a reinforced piece here, because I think I've thrown this away for this side. So I've got this one off the other side, and then obviously I'll just trace it and make a new one. But yeah, now it's all fitting, all the holes are drilled. I can now paint the backside, get it all prepped. Actually, I'll make this bit first and then we'll do that. But yeah, fun. This just took ages to get this out the other side because all the bolts were all seized, just like this side. There we go. That is the edge all sorted. That edge is on there like that. So now that goes in something like that. Paint the backside, get it in. Well, repair these areas first. Now I've got access, but yeah, paint this now because it'll take ages to dry. There we go. Added that little piece into here like that. I think it went like that. It was rotten, so I can't really see, but I think it makes sense to do like that. I looked at the other side. This side comes down to it, so I think it's right. There you go. We'll see what happens. There you go. New panel all welded in. I had to trim this bottom edge. That's how it does on factory. So that goes up and then it finishes the same line like that and then just dips down here. So lots of different shapes in it. This I don't love, is what it is. This is thin and welds like shit, but it's okay. It's more than good enough. So there you go. That is one side complete, front to rear now. It doesn't look good. Just chopping a bit out and it's just all sealant behind it. Hello, it's a new day, and well, to be honest, I'm cutting big holes in the back of this E30. This E30 has ended up being really, really bad. Now, I'll attach some pictures of what this actually looked like in the backside, and to be honest, I completely forgot I was supposed to be filming updates. So I've been cutting away, drilling, dremeling, treating everything that's surface rusty, and then now fabricating a new corner. This is a very awkward piece to make, so I'm sort of making it on the car, if that makes sense. I don't have the proper tools to do this properly, so I'm just making it look right. You can see, got that bead rolled edge all the way along. Now, this is long here, so this has got to be trimmed to... Oh no, please don't tell me I've lost a piece of paper. I just, This has got to be something like that, but I'll do that when the car's, when it's all welded in. And then I just beat it around this edge. I mean, yeah, could have probably shrunk that and stuff, but for the time it's going to take me, I thought I'd just beat it around it like that, and that should be enough. But I'm going to Cleco it here, get that nice and tight, and then I'll do a nice cut line around it and get that bit welded in. And then it's weld a piece in there, weld a piece in there, weld a piece in there, lots of bits. What's awkward about these E30s is I think this is a factory seam. Look, they're just like welded really badly together, and I'm confident this is OEM. I say confident because the inside of the boot looks all right. That is looking OEM, and then like the back edge of that usually would spot together, but it's just welded on the outside. So I'm not really sure, but luckily I got this side for a reference because that side was full freestyle. But yeah, I'm gonna Cleco it here, get a couple more welds on this bit here, and then cut around it, and that will hopefully be one panel made, and then we can carry on. Difficult piece to make. There we go. Looks all right. I welded it from the inside, and then obviously just ground it back. A little bit nicer to do. Now that's in there. I'm just going to leave it tacked for now, and I'm going to make this piece to make sure it's the right length, and then I'll do this little cut here, and then I don't know what to do. Like, I'm just gonna have to like weld it along there, and then they have to seam seal it and make it look like that anyway. I don't know. Why not? I don't know. I just don't know. But I think that's pretty good, shape-wise. I just got to make that go over there. That'd be good. Bit of this. Bit of this. Bang that straight in the bead roller. Look at that lovely hole I've just cut. I'm just gonna go something like that. Need to obviously trim it down to size. I've oversized it a little bit. Probably gonna Cleco it and cut around it, but cut the top edge off potentially. I don't know. I'll figure it out as I go along. Cool. All right, that panel needs a tiny little back edge to it because on the rear valance, it's got that back edge just there. So I'm gonna try and incorporate that. Hopefully this all looks all right. And to do that, I'm, well, using the ramp, and I'll just go ever so slowly. Like that, basically. Hopefully it works. And I don't ruin the panel. And I'll move these clamps over. And we might be winners. There you go. It should fit quite nicely now. Next day, things have progressed. So we have this panel tacked in. I put a panel in there, I put a panel in there, and I have also pretty much finished making this. So this, I'm just trimming this edge right here, because this has got to go up against it. So a little bit more trimming, and then that will, well, it's stuck in there now. But cut a couple of slits in there to get a gradual bend, and then I've also joggled that edge and epoxied the back of it. So once this goes in, it should be good. But yeah, a little bit more trimming off of this edge right here. It's quite tight. Pretty good, not bad. Charlie's here, look.
Hello. I'm not lowering it anymore.
You are.
No, I was just tightening the collars. They definitely didn't come loose.
Definitely not.
I've got a really annoying exhaust rattle, so I want to get rid of that because it's not good.
You do that. I'll carry on with this. Which I've made this panel plugged on the bottom. I've got to plug it all the way in there and then put the back piece on. Piling through it. Working on exhaust raising.
I cut it wrong the first time, so.
Yeah, this is the second time we're welding this up.
But it does need to twist.
Twist it then.
It's gonna break the
Twist it, but don't snap it.
almost did it.
Oh my gosh.
She's a floppy weld now, but.
Yeah, well, I'll just weld the backside.
Alright, let me go.
Not your backside, but the backside of this.
Haha.
Ready? I'll do this on my left hand. That good?
I don't know, I was looking at it, so now my eyes are all blurry.
Yeah, I can't see it either.
There.
I can't do it with my left hand while holding the camera.
It's still pretty good to be
Not
fair.
that bad.
It's still pretty good. Oh, my arms are all sparks.
There's one panel welded in. Now we can go home.
Woo!
So thanks to everyone for watching the video.
Thanks to everyone for watching the video.
I really like my car.
Is this for the members?
No, it's from the second page.
Ah, become a member on the first page.
Mm.
And subscribe and like, because Josh never asked. So.
There you go. Let's
Cheers.
go home.
Bye.
But yeah, actually, second look at that. Underside's all welded. Lanished that.
Dang.
Pretty decent with that. Had to joggle around this bit here. It's not absolutely 100% perfect, but I mean, as good as. I mean, come on. Start it. Yeah. Up, 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 up. What? What?
If I get my key, they're like spring loaded. If you see like.
Oh, that's to turn the lights off on the dash.
Oh, what these? Oh, these three
Yeah.
lights. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was like made for like a Japanese tow or something.
No, it's a check engine light.
I was worried if they ever went red, I'd be like, oh. It always sounds so calm.
Rev it. Up, 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 up. There you go. Choke's kicked in properly now. Oh, very good. Are you going then?
Yeah.
Goodbye. Lovely to see you.
Oh, it needs to...
Oh, very good. Go fix your X5 because we got cars to go pick up. 2 cars. Bye. Bye. Look how happy he is. That video done amazing. You guys smashed it. I mean, I made the video, so I smashed it. But you know, the support on it has been pretty crazy. I haven't really uploaded consistently enough this year. I know that. I've just been busy. And once in a blue moon, smash a big video like that, it's nice. It almost evens out if I did like a weekly upload. Because the longer I leave it, the more, well, the better the video is really. So yeah, I don't know. I'm sort of going off the idea of ever trying to do weekly uploads because the quality is just not very good. And a really good video, I can put my time into it and it's really good. And it basically evens out if I did a video every week. So yeah, as long as the video does really well, it's good. And it'll be a good video, it'll be worth waiting. And you'll get the day-to-day of the second channel, I guess. But yeah, that repair, I'm happy with it. It was difficult. I mean, really difficult, but you know, it's come out pretty well. Not bad. You know, it curves this way, the swage line, this curves, that curves, this bit flanged all the way along. That then spots onto the bottom of here. For no filler work, that's good enough. Saturday morning, back on the E30. Hopefully get some work done on that and that Accord today. So, got that side all sorted yesterday. Just finished up this little corner here. I'll try to overlay a picture of what it actually looked like. Little piece I've done there, so that was pretty decent. I figured, because these are all welded anyway, these seams, like really nastily. Obviously I made that one look original, but this one, I thought, oh, do you know what? Like, I'm probably going to end up putting a bit of bead of sealer there anyway. So I didn't go for the hassle of them redesigning it all anyway. I just smoothed it off, and we'll get a bead of sealer down here anyway. So you won't even notice it, or it will end up getting smoothed off. It doesn't really matter really. So I did that bit. I'm just working my way down now. So I was going to move straight onto this little hole here, but there is a hole here. Just here. So, gonna redo this corner, but means pull this whole thing off, and hopefully it comes off pretty decent. These bolts here, and we've got a joiner just here, which is crusty. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm just working my way around here. I'll do up to there, and then I'll start doing some scotching on there, seam seal it. Both of the projects are ongoing. I want to get this one hopefully sewn up by the end of the weekend, maybe, if not Monday. But obviously that needs to be scotched and seam sealed and let that dry for a couple of days before it gets raptured next week. So yeah, scotch is going to take a lot, so I might do that this evening when I can't be bothered to do any proper work and just do some scotching. Well, cut those bolts because they instantly wanted to round. I'm going to take the back box off now, but I think it will come off pretty easily because it's snapped. So we've got to fix that as well. Good job it's coming off, eh? This is what we're dealing with. Nice. Very good. Made this little panel here. Used the hammer to do the little dimple. Swage lined it. Folded it. That's going to go something like that. Why is it not focusing? Something like that. That's going to be folded around that edge, so now I can pretty much just cut it all out and start with this and work our way around it. Okay, got that panel in there, got this panel in here, swage line, getting in there with the finger files, not so easy, but we did what we did. That is really thin metal. It's horrible to weld, that area there, but got there in the end. That was okay. So now doing the bottom bit. Magnets on it, go on the inside, draw around it, make that template, and then put it into the car. Job's a good one. Then trim that bottom excess off because it is longer than this panel here. So drop that down there. Should be all decent. Behind the exhaust, you're never going to see it, but take a little bit of pride in it at the same time. All right, and that is finished. Obviously, that is going to need to be all sealed up and etc. So a bit of seam seal down there, all the way down there, and we're all good. We are complete. Now, on to this bit. But I've got to go to Tesco first because I need to get some supplies, but I'll come back in a bit. I want to get most of the grinding work done, so when I do the Scotch Brighton on that, there's no dust in the air, basically. So, yeah. Oh, nice. I'm knackered. It's taken me all day, but we have a full seam sealed car. Fully. Scotched and seam sealed. Scotching took forever, and I'm bored of looking at the underneath this car today. It's 5 PM, got here at 8 o'clock, fully scotched everything, then degreased it, then seam sealed it. And I hand brushed it into all the seams because I wanted to make sure it was all really pushed into all the seams. It might look like a bit of a mess, but you can see I've sort of like brushed it in to the seams. And I've done that pretty much everywhere. On these bits I went a bit heavier, but pushed it into all the seams and like absolutely everywhere. It's taken all day, but we've done well, 90% of it. I've run out of seam sealer, but like, every single bit's done. I'm just gonna, obviously, that's gonna go to here, and I'm gonna use Tiger Seal to go along the big seams like this. I'm gonna probably go over the middle bits, and then down these bits as well, just a few areas, and these bits here, gonna go over those with some Tiger Seal, just because factory tolerance in the 2 panels, stuff like that, this seam sealer is not very good at covering that hole. It's good seam sealer, but it's not meant for covering holes, it's meant for seams. So a bit of Tiger Seal, cover that off like it would have been factory, nice thick stuff. So yeah, everything's all good on that. That is gonna let it cure for a couple of days. Do that seam sealer use that Tiger Seal to finish it off, and then let it dry. Raptor, let that dry. Build the whole car. Honestly, stuff like that is so brain-numbingly boring. Takes a long time. However, that has meant I've not been able to do anything else today. I've been super busy. I thought that would take a lot less time than it did, but it takes a lot longer. We now have this in the workshop. Look at this. Lovely E28. This is coming to Worthsey with us. So I've got a new set of bags and BCs to go on it, because the stuff that's on here drives horrible, apparently. So yeah, this is going to be nicely done. New bags, BCs, rebuild the front. I'll put new front lips on the car because these ones are curbed, and anything else it might need, it will get that, because that's going to Worthsey with us. So hopefully get that done this week. But it's like Sunday now. It's a full week. The reality has set in that we're going to Worthsey in less than 3 weeks. So I've got a lot to do over the next couple of weeks. And I mean a lot. I've got to build a car, finish cars, and build my own car, and get some other cars sorted in less than 3 weeks on a car. So I'm going to be really busy over the next couple of weeks. It's going to be a lot of late nights. Luckily the weather is now up to scratch and we can stay here quite late. But you have to bear with me over the next couple of weeks because, well, stuff's going on. I'm going to try and film a couple of main channel videos. I'm going to do a main channel video on that one. That's going on Air Ride. I'm going to do a main channel video on my car for Worthsey, hopefully. Hopefully it all goes right, because I've got a set of wheels coming for it, and if they don't turn up, it's going to make me really upset. It's going to ruin the whole trip, because I don't want to go without it. And there's a lot of things to buy, a lot of things to do. Must carry on. Good morning. The old E28 is housing some wheels that we need, because I'm going to chuck them on the front of there, because I'm going to rebuild the front wheels as well as do the air stuff. So today, these ones? Yeah, I think these are the ones. 16s, hopefully they fit and we can drive on them. Oh no. Yeah, put those on those as a temporary measure, because this has got to go ASAP. And we're not going to be able to do the wheels in time, so if we can get them gone, there you go, borrowed. Also, we've got to get this ready for MOT after we've done the red one, because that's got to go this week as well. And if any of you remember this car, it's still about. The white 535 that we picked up when we bought all the BMWs. It's still about, and tripped up on some wire. This, to me, it looks so cool. It looks so cool as it is. But in the very near future, it's getting a birthday and it's going to go back on the road. So to complete the final vehicles, this one will go on the road. Man, this car's cool. Okay, in and out job. E28, new bags going on. And what I have supplied is a set of BCs for the E28, which are very readily available. Best bang for your buck. And then we've got some bags to convert them. We've got some skinny ones to go on the back for clearance. And then obviously the front ones, which are going to go... Oh, no, that is the front one. That go on there. I supply these a lot to other people. it is something that I want to get into a little bit more, is supplying just parts in general, making the parts that I've always actually thought about. Definitely the air ride, because I love doing air ride stuff, but I can supply coilovers, hard race stuff, any of your air suspension needs I can supply, power flex, loads of things like that. So if you ever need anything like that, drop me a message, because I can usually offer you a better price than retail, so you save a little bit of money, and it helps support what we're doing around here, I guess. Yeah, this is going to be driving really, really nice. BC and bags is my favorite combination for any air ride solution, so it's going to be fun. The only problem is this is already on air, and it's already had sleeves welded to the hub. So these sleeves here, they are usually welded, well, they are welded, not usually, they weld to the hubs on the E28, which is fine if you've got stock hubs and you just chuck them on, it's absolutely perfect. But when it's welded, it's really hard to then remove that again. It's not really something that you can just cut off. So I went 30 seconds away and found some spare hubs. So usually you cut all this off up here, and just about there, 40 mil I think it is, you leave on there, and then you slip that coil over the top and weld around the base. Luckily I have those in stock. There we go. Comparison to the rears, that's what's coming off, that's what's going on. So we're going to be able to, obviously it's going to be loads lower when it airs out, and we've got more bag, so it's going to drive a lot nicer really. Bit more shock travel and stuff. Swap the fitting over onto there, and we will be pretty much good to go. Right, does this actually work? Yes. Oh my god. Years of my life. Oh, okay. Wow. I wish I knew that about 10 years ago. Right, these are all off now, fully stripped down. This was a whole ordeal. These are E24 hubs, but E24 and E28 have the same platform. I've just tried the disc on there, all seems good. Anyway, this is what we've got to do. We've got to cut them out like this, and that's what we've got to be left with. And then this goes on like that. And that is your sleeve. Weld that on at the bottom, and then you can put your strut in. Easy as that. But obviously you've got to prep all this, make sure it's all nice clean metal. Preheat it to 1 inch of its life so it's glowing red, so you get a nice hot weld into the cast steel. And obviously do that twice, but gonna get them both prepped up, weld them, and then we'll go from there and put them back on. Bit less wire next time, we'll be all right. Right, so the time is 10 PM on the dot, and the car is out on the ground, and there's something, not 100% sure what's happened, but it's a bit like this side's not going down, but if I sit on it, I can feel the suspension squatting, so I haven't looked too far into it, but this side is aired down a lot more on the front. So what I'm going to do is drive it and come back and see what happens tomorrow. But yeah, it's now tucking a lot more on this side, all the way around. Oh, come on. Which I'm pretty sure all my measurements are absolutely spot on. Maybe something is holding it up on the arch or anything like that. That front is literally buried. It's so low compared to the other side. I don't know why. I'll look at that in the morning, but for now, that is pretty much done. Late night. I've been here since 8 AM. Now for you, it's a new day. For me, it's 2 days later. I spent a long time yesterday just getting things sorted, dialing this car in as much as I can to make sure all the presets are nice and all the drive heights are dialed in. And I have got them dialed in pretty damn good now. So it sits like really low, even for like car and coilovers, even while driving, and it drives fantastic. So really happy with the way it drives. But I need to take it back to London now because, well, the owner lives in London and I'm gonna go buy a car in London today. So I thought I'll drive it in, make sure we've got a good bit of test mileage on it because this is going into Worthing anyway. So if I put a bit of mileage on it beforehand, I know double sure that the suspension, everything's going to be all good before we leave to set off to Worthing. So that's all sorted. And the car we're going to pick up is nothing exciting, but it is actually on London Concourse. London Concourse to buy a £300 car which doesn't run, which is cheap for what it is. And it's a rot-free car, and they usually rot like mad. I won't show it because it will be a whole video in itself, but it is cool, I think anyway. But Charlie's going to trailer it back for us, so I will be meeting Charlie at the owner's address of this vehicle right now, and then buy the car. Look at that, drive height dialed in. There's Charlie's car. We're going on an adventure. Ah, you bastard. I was going to film his curved wheels.
We will chase him down.
Woo! Right, new day, Thursday. This video is going to be so long, but needs must. I was meant to be prepping this to be MOT'd and sold, but it's no longer going to get done. That it's a bit rotten, bit too rotten to fix this week anyway. So I've given it a clean and taken pictures and uploaded it on Facebook. It is a very pretty car and it is up for sale as of now. Obviously E28 bagged, BBS kit, BBS reps. The chrome on the bumpers is absolutely amazing. The paint's not that bad either. It's a manual 518, Alfa Romeo seats in it. All the interior and stuff, it's not really falling apart. Like usually E28s are just in bits, but this one is like really nice car. It's just, it needs the jacking points, both ends of the sills, both sides, bit of a floor pan edge both sides at the front. And we want rid of it. So yeah, washed, taken pictures, made sure it's all good. It is a really nice looking thing. Like this BBS bumper and the spoiler, the whole thing just looks amazing. Obviously they're BBS reps, but you know, aesthetically it is nice. I put that on Facebook. We're asking £6,000 for it as it sits. That trim just fell off as I shut the door. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, a bit of a project for someone, but I've been getting that ready to go. Not really, but like working on it a little bit, just so it runs and dries, even though it does. So yeah, I've been dealing with that, dealing with customers, dealing with that. So that is hopefully gonna go soon. Loads of people interested. By the time this video comes out, this might not even be around anymore. We'll see. So they were on the jacking points here, so I've trimmed the bottom of well, I've treated the bottom of that because it was bare metal. Same again on the front, it's all treated and that's drying now. And I've got a seam seal in the boot along these seams along here. So I'm gonna tape these ones up because it's just gonna get a nice single bead all the way along, just along there. And I want it to look nice and neat, so that is exactly what I'm going to do. Other than that, this is pretty much as it is. It's all scotched and stuff inside now, so it's pretty much ready for the Raptor. I think I said before, but the whole bottom edge is getting raptored, and then just dust up the paint upwards, so it will look really nice, and it will look kind of original, because that's what they did on factory. White, just dusted up, and then it's grey up there, so they didn't paint it factory anyway. I might just blow all that in up to like this edge here with the white. Depends, might go all the way up there, not quite sure yet. I'll just dust it in, trying to make it look factory. I've never really done painting before, as you know, but this is what will happen. But yeah, I'm going to tape these seams up to seam seal it all. But yeah, tape all that up, get it seam sealed, and get the rest of the things, and then get it ready for Monday, and get it ready for next week, where I can actually Raptor the whole thing and let it go. So yeah, just going to tape it all up, make sure we've got a nice seam, and go from there. That's drying. Let's have a look at this. This is mental. This is literally just an old truck, like an American truck. This thing was built when they were trying to build American cars. So this thing is literally a trunk, like big solid rear diff. It's a body on frame car, so this is the frame. Goes all the way around, and it's got like double wishbone. Wow. Yeah, double wishbone suspension on the top, which just looks like a C10 truck. Big subframe around the front like that, like a truck. And it's actually mental. It's just like crazy underneath here. The frame is like, it's so wide, and I don't know. I think it's really, really cool. But filming main channel video on this, so hopefully this will get done before I disappear to Austria in a couple of weeks' time.